You're bobbing a lot these days, Kingsley.
I listened to you, and I listened to you this morning when you came in, and I can tell you, I'm really impressed the way that you present WFM and Norland, because really is about time and really is about information, and I like how you detail the entire process of the programming format. But I tell you something, I don't know if you listened to WFM on Friday evening with DJ Finesse.
No, I didn't get to hear that.
What DJ Finesse is not my favorite DJ, but I tell you something, I actually enjoy listening to him on Friday because we had some real old school disco played back, and I'm encouraging persons to tune in on Friday afternoon to listen to DJ Finesse, as it's called. I actually enjoy listening to him Friday, and I like what he did on Friday afternoon. He gave Christal that entire countdown of the format for the week's program, and it's good to remind people what we're about here, and radio announcers should do exactly what he did on Friday afternoon. And I have to gradually compliment the person who's sitting in for Reggae Blast. I actually enjoy it. I think that the choice of music was relatively okay. That's it on the pleasure side of WFM for me. But
Pleasure side.
No, I'm Christal. People don't understand me. When something is good and I think it's what we're commenting, I thought that the music played on Friday afternoon was really soothing. You know, when you were young and you hear them disco songs, Michael Jackson, thing, you say, wow. And I say, WFM have all those old-time disco songs in its archive, and it's good to see that DJ Finesse pull out the music and had me glued, me of all persons. I say, wow.
He took you back, eh?
Yeah, recall real back. It that one nostalgia. That was the nostalgia segment of the WFM Friday edition.
Brought back some memories, eh?
DJ Finesse. Yes. Disco. But let's go. We are into the politics realm. We just came out the issue of the budget. We heard some people may ask, what you think? Okay, Chris, I'm going to answer that question just now. If I did support the NDP staying out of Parliament when Dr. Ralph Gonsalves made his presentation in the wrap-up, yes. I think that's the politics of what's taking place. Do you know if Dr. Gonsalves was in Parliament taking any of Lorraine's Friday's presentation? Well, if you know, you could tell me, but I don't think so. Is it plain tick for that? No, I don't think it's plain tick for that.
It is.
If the NDP made presentation and they made presentation and Dr. Gonsalves, as leader of the House, have excess time, you know Dr. Gonsalves is going to tear into all of them individually. Dr. Gonsalves would be at his best when the NDP will be sitting in Parliament, and I think that the NDP have to take a pass mark for not showing up when Dr. Gonsalves made his presentation and when the Minister of Finance was due in his wrap-up, okay? I think that was a good step by the NDP, so I applaud the NDP for that effort. Yeah,
right. To stay out because the Prime Minister was not present for Dr. Friday's presentation.
Well, that mainly the case, yes, and the other
that is tit for tat.
Well, that is tit for tat. I agree with you. That is tit for tat, and that is what I expected from the NDP. If Lorraine Friday made his presentation for just about 4 hours, and the honourable leader of the House, Dr. Friday, didn't sit to listen, why would I sit in the Parliament and hear what Dr. Gonsalves is going to respond to?
Dr. Friday alone should have stayed out, not the entire party.
No, if you're leading it.
Well, then why didn't, when Dr. Friday was not present for when Dr. Gonsalves was not present for Dr. Friday's presentation, the other members of Parliament from the ULP side were there.
They were there, but they were not paying attention.
Says who?
They were not paying attention.
You don't know that.
Christal, you listen to the presentation by the executive arm of government. Every one of them sing from the same song sheet. Up to yesterday, I listened to a call.
But if that's the policy of the ULP and that those are the plans for this year and those are the things that are said in the budget, do you expect any of them to stray from that?
You know.
I mean, there's a template. I don't expect anything less.
I hope the politicians are rubbing off when you don't hear. Just
what side of the politics? I mean, I've been in radio for what, 4+ years.
Yeah.
It has not rubbed off on me yet. I don't think it will rub off on me
because
like that.
I don't know if you were I pay attention to WFM exclusively. I listen to the research officer yesterday, respond to certain points where the NDP made. And he's saying that when the ULP executive and presented in Parliament, they sing from a particular song sheet, and they say the NDP want to talk all over the place. But if you have individual parliamentary representing individual constituency, you have to have a different view. There is none of the elected parliamentarians from the ULP who come in and make a presentation opposite to what was said by Prime Minister Gonsalves and Minister of Finance, Kamala Gonsalves. You understand what they're saying? They have to sing from that song sheet. Or
because it's one party.
Oh, okay.
One budget.
Yeah, one budget, one party, and it's about what? Roads, and everything was budget 20.
Please, people, what have you been asking for the past couple of years? Now, roads. Roads. Just the other day, you were complaining about some road that you went up in some area and you had to drive really slowly.
Dorchester Hill, yes.
No, it wasn't Dorchester Hill you're referring to because you didn't say where, and you spoke about Dorchester Hill separately.
Right.
But we were complaining about the roads and the condition, and sometimes the main roads were part of that complaint package.
No,
they're getting fixed.
You honest? They're getting fixed, or they propose to be fixed?
They're getting fixed.
They propose to be fixed. But I'll tell you something, Christal. Dr. Gonsalves is such an astute politician. He realized that the deputy leader, acting Prime Minister Montgomery Daniel, occasionally, is getting so weak that he allocates troops, Kamala Gonsalves, a sizable amount of money to make Daniel look good in the last 3 years of this administration. But the writing is on the wall. The writing is on the wall.
For him to do what?
That the change is coming, and the change is coming. So Dr. Gonsalves and Kamala Gonsalves want to prop up Montgomery Daniel to see him get things done. Get what things done? Montgomery Daniel get things done in the Grannies?
We go see, but that's not politics, though. Isn't that how it works?
Oh, so you admitted that Dr. Gonsalves is a shrewd politician and pay attention to what's taking place?
No. I say this is something that you like to do. Right? When I ask a question, you like to put words in my mouth. You're the one who said that. So hold on to your comment. That is yours exclusively.
Oh, so you don't share my view?
I am asking.
You don't share my view?
Isn't that what is done? Isn't that part of politics?
But I agree with you because you just said a while ago to me, right? That I say the NDP is playing tick for tack because they didn't want to. So that's not tick for tack you play with me here?
No, it's not tit for tat. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
You don't think so? Yeah, but I think it's tick for tat because I don't know where we're going. So much money allocated to fixing roads. And here what happened. The only piece of road fixed properly over the last 20 years is the road from the Lowman's Gap going to Chapman's Loaders where Soboto sees a constituency. And that is to make so that Soboto sees look relatively adequate and he's doing something. But that over 20 years period, you have 1 mile of road done and you think that is roads? They need to go to drive up Dorchester Hill. They need to drive the Fountainville Road. They need to drive where I'm living in Fairhall. Come and know what is taking place in Fairhall.
What did your area representative say about the roads?
Well, he's the Minister of Finance.
No, your area representative.
Yeah, I'm living in Kamala constituency. Yeah.
Now you're confusing me. So why you always on Curtis King? Exactly. Those are the exact words I was going to use.
But hey, Christal, I hear Curtis King speaking about road and road development. You know, Curtis King need to understand to play the politics. Curtis King, even though it's not on the road agenda, to sue the people of Top Gumi and Janet Matthews, Curtis King had to say in Parliament, Janet Matthews, we took note of your road is being considered. I said, Lord, Curtis King, no wonder we're going to change you for the next 5 years. The people in Gumi is lobbying for that road to be fixed, and Curtis King not even mentioned. They even put it tick for tack politics and say, well, Janet, I'm coming your way. The road is going to be fixed. I said, oh, Father, hear the demise of Curtis King. But when you hear politics,
even when they give you what you want,
you hear policies, you hear problems, you hear promises.
Where the problems coming?
problems that was highlighted in the budget.
Mhm.
The issue of underemployment. Kamala Gonzalez said there are 50 new employment in this budget proposed for. You know what it's for? In the National Minister of National Security. Because you say you want more boots on the ground to fight crime. After 20 years, you're promising me to be hard on crime and cause of crime, and they're going to employ 50 persons, and most of them is in the Ministry of National Security. So underemployment is under threat. Unemployment is still under threat, and poor people continue to suffer. You know why? The issue of the National Insurance Services, once I am here, I used to raise that every day. Managing Director Jules Williams, as far as he concerned, even make approach for Shortings to come and speak to the issue. NIS is going to be a problem down the road. Bonds Body, I hope you're listening. 10 years ago, myself and Bonds Body had a discussion on the importance of the stability of the NIS. 10 years ago, Bones said that the uptrailer was done by Mrs. Vera, and she promised and said that the NIS is strong until 2035. Mr. Eustace used to beat that donkey every day in Parliament. And what happened today? The issue of the NIS should not be blamed on the hands of Gonsalve and Camilo. That's what Prime Minister say, it's a regional thing. So we must just don't blame the Prime Minister and what happened to the NIS and to the NIS. But I tell you something, one God give me health and breath, I'm going to mention it. I'm not going to even try to get Mr. Hayes to speak on the issue anymore because you have to go straight to the executive arms. Not even the policies that was presented from the government to the chairman of the NIS seem to be important. It's what the Gonsalve say, they have to abide with, okay? And once a gentleman tell me, say, Kingsley, if you have the discipline to pay $150 to $160 every month at the NIS, why don't put that money into a saving account and just leave it there? Because that is what you're doing. But how much of us has that discipline to take $150 out of our salary and go and pay it to the bank and leave it there? Hardly of us could do that. But when you have to pay through your employer and your employees pay, you see the place there. But if what we're hearing about the NS, somewhere down the road, they're going to say, that big head boy used to say up on the radio every day. Hope the authorities is paying attention to the National Insurance Services. 2035 is not a long way off,
It's not. Before you wink, it comes.
Chris said you will be still referred to as a young person. Okay?
I will always be young.
Right. So then you have to pay attention to the issue of the NS and its longevity.
Of course, that is why it is so upsetting for quite a number of people when you know for a fact that there are some companies who take out NS
and don't pay the money in.
Don't pay.
Right. But
and then in order in the process of getting the money from the business owners, because it is illegal to take out and not pay.
Definitely.
Is a conversation and try to negotiate something that is against the law. That should be of course it is of utmost importance. But for something of that magnitude, I think you should skip over a conversation. You know what you're doing as a business owner. You know what you're doing.
And the NIS have a lot of food and teeth to do with this because there are laws and the books to take the employer and employer to court if they're not paid. But when you have people who are sitting in position because they were appointed by the executive arm of the LP, they don't want to challenge the telescope. So everything remains the same. So the finger must be pointed at Prime Minister Gonsalve and Minister of Finance, Kamala Gonsalve. People might say, oh, here you go with the politics again. Who should we point our fingers at? Is Mr. Haynes? Are the members of board of the director of the NIS? They're not prominent features there. You may say the Prime Minister.
But they have a job.
But they have a job. They must do the job.
So because you don't think you don't think that they're doing their jobs.
If they were doing their job, right? We wouldn't have all this discussion taking place with length and breadth of information about the strength and the financial sustainability of the National Insurance Services. People are getting conscious that, boy, I can't save the money in these trying times. The only thing I could depend on is when I reach retirement age, I get my little thing from the NS. That is what carrying some people. It's a good thing I heard the Prime Minister say that those persons who are getting pension from central government, like Mr. Peters in Belmont, and getting NS, that they would not be having a problem. But if your new employee will be put on the microscope where the only NS pension will be the pension that you're getting when the time comes to retirement. But there is need for pension reform, and I believe that Gonsalve and Camilo have to come up with a formula, because I personally don't think that other parliamentarians who aspire to become the leader of the country has that depth to deal with the issue of the NS. I think Mr. Eustace was one of the persons who had the NS responsibility dedicated to his thoughts at 100%. I have not seen that coming from other parliamentarians. So I want Ralph Gonsalve, as the elected parliamentarian for the people of countryside and prime minister for every scourge, take the responsibility to put something in place to make sure that the NIS live out its lifetime. Just like how Ralph Gonsalve want to be here that he's the first person who conceive the biggest project at the airport and the biggest port project. And well, only one thing he didn't get what he wanted to change the constitution. I wonder if that have a lingering thought and the political aspiration of the Prime Minister of Trinidad. But I'm making an appeal for him to deal with the issue of pension reform and come up with some people like Mr. Weeks, people who could speak without any partisan politics about the importance of this national insurance services that should be provided to the people. Former Prime Minister and leader of the opposition, Mr. Yusuf, spoke about an issue of national insurance. Oh, the people of St. just brush it aside. Didn't give it any thought. How I know that? Because they voted for Ralph Gonsalve in a particular election, Ralph Gonsalve remain as Prime Minister. So they just
That's not the only deciding factor.
so
when
they
it
say,
comes to elections.
excuse me?
That's not the only thing that people will pay attention to. There are other factors that influence somebody's votes.
I agree with you, but this national insurance services, which was proposed by Annie Eustace, was something that would benefit the people today. And they didn't want that. They want to hear 6 in a row, 5 in a row, long term, papa, 4 term, papa. And they just played to the political gallery and think that was all. But when they come home to roots with the NIS down the road, when I get a little old and you become a more mature individual, they will say, I can remember Kings used to always speak about that. NIS, people would depend on that for their little income. And you're fortunate that you have an employer who don't make joke with paying the tuition to the NIS, so you can get your benefit. But while they pay it, and it's their responsibility to pay what they are paying, we hope that the NIS could have a more detailed investment portfolio. If I did support the issue of the NIS funding the hotel in Diamond, no, I don't think that. I think that is a risk. But you may say all investments are riskful, so we have to take some. And then somebody will say, so 169 million as they invest in British Creek America. Oh, okay. I remember that. Yeah, I tell you, it's a trying thing. That is why I tell you, when you hear politics, you think about policies. Do the policies of the healthy benefiting Vincent and broadly? You think about problems. Oh, we're having problems because of what's taking place in the NAS. And you think about promises. Oh, we promised we would be tough on crime and the cause of crime, and we had 40 homicides for 2022.
42.
And the people is the crust of politicians. They use us, and they only want to hear from us one time every 5 years when it's time to go to the polls. And they come around and they come along as the modern-day Moses, and they say, oh, I will do everything for you. Just give us well, I don't know. Give us a 6th chance. We go fix pension reform. And then all the problems remain the same. And I mean, that's up in the next 20 years. Let me limit it down to 10 years. Next 10 years, when you look at the parliament, the composition of the parliament will be completely different today in terms of the personnel who sit in parliament. You may see a Senator Peters. You may see Fitzbramble as the leader of the opposition. But you will not see a Ralph Gonsalve, Montgomery Daniel, Frederick Stevenson. Well, he ain't going to fast 2025. You will see Pitbull because he seems not to be interested. So I don't know where we're going here. We have to find quality person and personnel to fit what is expected beyond 2035 if we want to maintain the longevity of the NS, which poor people is going to depend on.
Question. when you look at the way our politicians behave in Parliament, who are they attracting to the political ring?
We
Let me
talk,
use the word ring.
we referring to the battle royal that took place between Prime Minister Gonsalves and Sinclair.
Not just that.
Okay. Okay.
You know, it's something that happens all the time.
Well, when I try to look at the video this entirety, and somebody was making a presentation, right? Somebody was making a presentation that they want to get some Sinclair want to get some clarity from the Minister of Health, right? And while he was making a presentation, our Prime Minister didn't think that the
Okay, hold on. Hold a second.
yes.
All right, let's fix that first. Just give us a moment, please. Okay, thank you so much for your patience. Let's get back into it.
So Christal, Sinclair was seeking some clarity from the Minister of Health, Jimmy Prince, that the Conservative leader of government and leader of the House think that the clarity that Sinclair was making was nonsense. So there had this crosstalk across the floor. Some strong parliamentary language was used. Who to be blamed? Well, if I were Prime Minister Gonsalves, I would have just allow Sinclair to seek the clarity and hope that the Minister of Health, Jimmy Prince, deal with it in his presentation. But that the Gonsalves use some strong words, Sinclair carry them across the board, and I often wonder where we are going, because I try to avoid speaking about the issue concerning Jomo Thomas and Dr. Thompson, what took place up at Heritage Square. And it's really frightening to see people who are highly trained, intelligent, can't have a particular discussion without the temper flare with intent of violence. Okay?
Yeah, without
Thompson came here and
exercising
said
some
Jomo
control.
Thomas too old tongue. Remember that? You said what?
Of course, I remember it.
Yeah, I say, could you imagine that? And then Gonsalves, Prime Minister Gonsalves and Sinclair across the floor, put some figuratively thump across. One tell one, hush your mouth. One said, hush your mouth, back. I said, Lord of mercy, where we going with this politics? Well,
Yeah, and that's what I'm asking. Who are they attracting? Who are they appealing to?
the political gallery,
As leaders. As leaders.
they play the political because they want to go out and say, well, here Sinclair talk
Yeah,
to
but
Prime
I
Minister
mean, okay, so for folks who might be interested in politics and who are thinking of joining and studying it and becoming a politician and doing things for people and entering government so that they can make some sort of positive change, you think they would want to go and enter that kind of environment?
I'm going to say this way. Young people will be interested, and they tell me come, they will never use that Gonsalves and Sinclair that teach us when it comes to present the issue of intent politician, okay? Because it was
I just think that
it was poor taste across the board.
they repeatedly set poor examples
Exactly.
at times.
Yes. And I personally feel that we should hold them accountability for that and let them realize that they
we will
are.
wait long. You know,
very
another thing
responsible.
that irritates me about Parliament, as you're mentioning that, is the disrespect that is meted out to the Speaker of the House. Now, if the Speaker of the House has to get to a point where she has to bang the
Yeah, I know. We go. And let them know she's on her feet.
right, and she has to repeatedly say
And I remember I'm on my feet.
over and over and over. I
Yeah.
think that is the height of disrespect because she has a job to do. And if she says, gentlemen or ladies and gentlemen, honorable members, calm down, let us continue. This is how things are going because this is my job. The honorable members should listen and not get so caught up in their own personal battle in the people's parliament.
Christelle,
Listen to the Speaker of the House.
your expectation of this speaker
Too high. Oh, sorry. I thought you were gonna speak of the the honorable members. But I mean, serious stuff, man.
Let me tell you something, Christelle. Monty Mall, I think Monty Mall had some sort of connection to WFM way back. Is it one of the person who stood as speaker alongside Joe Thomas, who did demonstrate they have a level of impartiality while they were suggested to be appointed as speaker by the leader of the house? You think that Rachel Ford, who once sat as senator and is now speaker of the house, could tell Lata Gonsalves? And I remember,
That's not the point.
you think she could tell him to
That
be
is not the
seated?
point. That is not the point that I'm making. And
No, but
on a
he
point
is
of correction as
he's
well.
the
It's
leader of the house.
Rochelle Ford.
He was, I don't, yeah, he's the leader of the house. Dr. Gonzalez has the ability to demonstrate that he's leader. But
He's the leader of the country, but when you get into parliament,
the honorable speaker
the
controls the
speaker
function.
exactly.
But you think the speaker have that impartiality to do that?
It
Uncle Sam?
doesn't matter whether or not, or we should not even be considering her level of being able to control. They are honorable members. They have been in the parliament for donkey years. They should know better. Give the Speaker of the House the respect that is due to the position, not the person, the position. But you're in parliament and you just... I mean, and these are just like minor points, and there are other things that are discussed, and they do it for hours upon hours upon end, but it is very distracting, clearly.
But
Just
Christal,
respect the
Christal,
Speaker of the House, whoever he or she is.
I agree with you that when the speaker is appointed, he or she has the level of tolerance and impartiality to run the house. But with this guy's political politics, take for that, she don't only speak to the executive arm of the ULP like the way she must speak to the opposition parliamentarian.
I don't know. Me and put all them out.
They depend. Well, you have that ability, but after you put them out, you have a job after that.
Well, then I prefer to say that I have done my job. Who says no? And that is implying something else that I think you should make note of. If I go there and I do my job, they are disrespecting the position of Speaker of the House, and I put them out because they are disrespecting the position. Because I told you to keep quiet, and they're not keeping quiet. They're going on and on and on. You're holding up the time, and I lose my job. Nah. That could never happen.
Well, boy, look at you may never come to Speaker of the House of Assembly. Okay, because
I might be I might be the shortest one if that is the case. But at least
if somebody
you don't do that.
Jesus, you ain't gonna get that for sure.
Man, you don't do that, man.
You can remember. Have you ever heard that a leader of the House sits as Speaker? I know you have been in your crowd. You heard
all them kind of things there.
You heard the leader of the House say that to you. You know, kind of tail and say, boy, me want to protect my job. So I go keep my and keep my comments. And when Jomo Thomas sat as Speaker, right, and Jomo did not uphold the position of a no vote of confidence and didn't say yes, and come back on the media and say he changed his mind, he think he should have said. That is the biggest blunder of Jomo Thomas Speaker tenureship that people always remember. Because we tell something. You will never see the NDP bring a vote of confidence in the parliament again. You know why? Gonsalves demonstrate that he knows the rule quite well and say he changed it to bring a confidence of the government, and Jomo Thomas sat there Speaker and say he was influenced by instant promotion by Kamala Gonsalves and did not allow the motion to go to where it should have gone.
That's like she's like the police of parliament. She's like the commissioner of parliament.
She has that ability. She could name them, call them by the name, and if she name them, they have to leave.
So, I mean, and we talk about the disrespect to police officers, but it's pretty much the same thing here. That's the responsibility and the role that she has as Speaker of the House. I mean,
but I wish you luck on that one. Hope that you will see a speaker who will demonstrate that level of impartiality in your lifetime.
Not. My points are not towards the speaker.
No,
my points are towards the members of parliament who know better and who should do better.
Yes.
Whenever the blood starts boiling and they get triggered by whatever, and I think some of them do it on purpose, just because, but in those moments, and especially at that time in your life, you know, you should exercise a little bit more control and a little bit more respect to the Speaker of the House.
Yeah. But generally speaking, I listened to the presentation. I was not really impressed with Senator Peters, the Minister of Foreign Affairs. I was not impressed with her presentation. For some reason, I just think she read over the script what was read by Kamala Gonsalves. I didn't think that the presentation by members of Parliament and the UAP was forthcoming with what was expected from Vincent Chen. They just go there, read what was said by Kamala Gonsalves and Prime Minister Gonsalves, and it's okay. We're going to do what they say and not what they want us to say. Okay, and I hope that because it's been improvement. But budget 2023, let me repeat that. That was the coin for Kamala Gonsalves. Budget 2023 is about the R's: roads, recovery, and repavement. Boy, I hope that we will see some roads being fixed. I think it's time for us to take a break.
Yes, it is.
You have any comments
But
coming
a
in?
call is coming in at this time. Hello, good morning.
Christal, good morning to you, beautiful.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm fine, and I'm Mr. Kingsley. Good morning to you too, sir.
Everything is fine, sir. Everything is
fine. Listen, Kingsley, I want to tell you, a parliament is like a war zone without guns. Some parliaments in the world, people take out chairs and beat one another.
That doesn't make it right.
It don't make it right. It make it real wrong. But that is the kind of tension that's being parliament.
What you trying to do? Justify ill behavior by elected parliamentarian? That's what you're trying to do? Using a reference where they pelted you?
No, because you understand what I'm telling you? I am saying that in some parliaments, especially in Asia, parliamentarians take out chairs and pet at one another, beat one another with chairs. I'm not saying it's right, but that's how the tension grow among the politicians, the parliamentarians. It grow that much that they fight with one another, and it is not right. So what I am saying is that the Parliament of St. Vincent is child play when compared to these parliaments in Asia, especially. That's what he's saying. You understand what I'm telling you now, Kingsley?
Yeah. Using a wrong to justify a wrong.
I do what?
Using a wrong to justify a wrong.
Kingsley, you. I ain't going to need no more.
No, you can express your thoughts. Express your thoughts. You don't have to apologize for expressing your thoughts, but you're using a wrong to justify a wrong. What took place in Parliament to the Honourable Parliament and Kingsley should not be tolerated in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. But you join a reference with a certain trade to justify a wrong. Wrong is wrong.
But Kingsley, I am agreeing with you, you know. But you don't understand what I'm telling you.
No, you're using a wrong to justify a wrong. Pelting a tree
that is not true.
Is a wrong.
That is not true. You just simply don't understand what you're saying. Okay. All I'm saying to you, that in Parliament, the people in Parliament should have respect for Parliament. When they get on the floor of Parliament, they should have the utmost respect for Parliament and the leader. I'm agreeing with Christal. Christal is saying that they should have respect for the position of the leader. Even if they ain't got respect for the leader. I mean, not what she's saying is that they should have respect for the
speaker.
The person leading the house.
The speaker.
Speaker of the house.
Speaker, yeah. Make him lost in my words. I understand Christal to be saying that if you don't like the speaker, that's fine. But have respect for the position of the speaker. And when she passes an order, you should carry it out. And that is why I believe, I like to say so in Barbados all the time, this thing about calling members honorable members, that won't changing. And they should use something they want to do in the states. In the states, the speakers always say the member for. And they don't tell you nothing about not honorable nothing, because they're not honorable about politics. You are always saying, Kingsley?
No,
there's nothing honorable about politics.
Now you're making some sense. I agree with you that sometimes we wonder why we refer to parliamentarians who do what they did as honorable. I think I agree with you. Let me just call them MP, member of parliament, and forget about the honorable thing. Okay?
Member for Kingston North.
Yes.
member for Becquia.
Yeah.
I left out as honorable because they are not honorable.
Well, I wouldn't go far
But I
to say that
wanted-
they are not honorable. They might not behave honorable, but I wouldn't go too far to say they're not honorable.
Well, if you behave honorable, how you could be honorable?
Action don't always
Kingsley?
speak volume.
Listen, I want to tell you something though, on a more serious note.
But hey, let me tell you something. You refer to the Right Honorable Prime Minister as Professor Gonsalves, right?
Yeah.
Did you see some professionalism demonstrated by him the way he dealt with Sinclair Laker?
That's not the same thing.
I was
Kingsley?
asking the question.
Sorry.
I don't care who you are in Parliament. I don't care who you are. You have to respect members on all two sides of the floor.
Oh.
Have to respect or should respect one another.
Okay.
Whether it's Professor Gonzalez or who. But on a more serious note now, though, I want to tell something that because I listened to that debate from start to finish. And I want to tell you that something that I observe, well, not observe, something that I realized about Professor Gonzalez. And I really think he needs to get himself checked. I heard him speaking, and sometimes he speak and sound like he get out the wind, as opposed to breathing through his nose, sound like he was breathing through his mouth, and that's a good sign. That's how it sounded to me.
Yeah.
And if I'm correct in saying what he's saying, then he needs to speak to, you need to seek some medical attention from his physician.
Yes. Okay. Well,
Because
we will note your observation.
yeah, because I didn't like that. I don't care which side of the floor you're sitting on. I want the politicians, the parliamentarians to be healthy so that they can represent the people. The people that put them there. They should be able to represent the people that put them there.
Yes.
And you got to be healthy to do that in a very vibrant way. I hear Christal. Christal, you agree with anything that I say?
I'm listening to you, right? I am listening, but I recall him saying, if you notice, if you're paying attention to photographs, there is a before and after. So I know he has lost a bit of weight.
Well, you look wonderful. I saw him yesterday at the
Yeah.
airport. Oh, I said yes.
Yeah, I was saying that next time around, he should run again. But Kingsley, from what I heard, from the way I heard him speaking, I think that this could be his last term. And I think, and I would like him to down with it, because whether he's there or not, St. Vincent got to progress. Whether if he is there or Friday is there, St. Vincent will progress.
Oh, it's quite obvious. You
So,
understand Friday.
I don't think it's his last
Yeah,
term
I suppose not.
because he
I
said
don't
that it's
think- I
his
don't
last
think so
term
either.
several times.
It's fine.
I don't think so either. But what I'm saying is, what I'm suggesting is that he sound well. He
Yeah.
sound the healthiest person. That's why I'm saying that he should make it so that he could enjoy his last days on this earth. Because
Who says
he
he's
only
not
got my
enjoying
work.
it? If that is his passion,
Let's
doing
have a-
things for the people and developing St. Vincent and the Grenadines, who says that he's not enjoying what he's doing?
No,
He just released a
I'm
book.
talking about his personal life.
Well, that is his
I'm talking
life.
about his personal life.
Politics is his life.
Says who that is not his personal life.
Dr. Gonzalez. Dr.
Yeah,
Dr.
he
Gonzalez.
just released a book.
Yeah.
He is still the prime minister. He's still working harder than a lot of folks. Says that's not his life. I don't know.
I
who does what
hear
he
a
does.
lot of talk in the debate. I hear a lot of talk about Canawan. And I'm saying that you need to take time out and go to Canawan or Elizabeth and go snorkeling. They say Canawan is the best place for snorkeling.
Dr. Gonsalves, my friend, had a wonderful weekend in the Grenadines. He had lots of relaxation and was a part of a company that is royal. So he had a wonderful weekend. I could tell you that much. You hear?
But that's what you want to see him do.
Well,
That's what he wants to see
maybe
him do.
not everything is for the public eyes too now.
That is why he went to the Grenadines to spend that weekend.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
But he has the best place, the best little islands, those little inlets to go and dive and swim and enjoy. But the Grenadines are beautiful. I've been there to the
I
Grenadines
hope
before.
you
What he
will.
wants to.
Okay then.
Anyway,
Yes, sir.
Kingsley, I think I had enough time, so I want to say good morning to Anita.
Yes.
I hope she's warm and staying safe.
Hope.
And I hear she said she will be in St. Vincent soon. I don't know if she's there yet or what, but I hope
No,
that
she promised to stay off in Barbados to come and look for you, so you don't worry.
Yeah, with that farmer, I would love that.
Yeah,
as a matter of fact,
yeah.
I would love that.
Yes.
Because she comes to look for me, she might not get to St. Vincent. So you
don't think Anita
break your heart.
You don't think Anita wants to take in a bit of the Grenadines too?
But I don't know. I am almost certain that she want to invite me to the Grenadines.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened.
You can get from Barbados to the Grenadines, don't worry. So you have everything all figured out. Okay.
To the
I don't know what happened to KZ, boy. KZ, I tell you, are ready to play that song for me on the Wings of Love, but you're playing it.
No,
and you would understand what I'm saying.
I don't have that, man, so don't worry about me.
You don't have that, man?
Yeah.
I don't think you have that, man. I just think you can't deal with depression. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah, you already have that. You can't deal with depression. So I want to also hello to Gary. I hope he has a good New Year. And Kingsley, to you and Christal, you all have a terrific day.
Yes.
And just to say that, for you, Christal, just to say that, if the speaker asks a member to keep quiet, it is like saying to the person, when you're disrespecting the house. Yeah. So keep quiet. And then after a certain amount of times, she can call the police and put him out.
No, she just have to call his name. Just call him by his right name, and that's out.
Right.
Yes.
And ask the police. To put him out.
Sergeant,
the Parliament security people.
All right, Mr.
Anyway, guys, have a great day.
Yeah, thank you for calling.
Have a great day.
Yeah. So send your thoughts at 457-9994. It is about that time where we're going to take a break, and we'll probably get into some of what is being said as well. Let's go, Christal.
Yeah, I hope that they put their houses in order before they come out to Calico.
Who come out to Calico?
They're coming out Calico when they finish. When they finish setting up.
Oh, the new parliament, the temporary parliament.
The new parliament building.
Yeah. They have to change the post now if they want to make a difference.
You can't be carrying out them kind of behaviors there in Calico.
What happened?
In that fancy building. You understand?
It's not the building, it's the content, eh?
I'm not concerned. God behave yourself when you come out to Calico. Police station right there. So, anyways, we got to take a break and come right back right here on WFM 99.9.
Nothing else sounds as good as
WEFM, the clean, fresh sound.
On Tuesday, January 17th, there'll be thousands of dollars to be won. A lotto jackpot of $180,000. A new home, car, or that college education.
Lotto, you have to be in it to win it.
Next lotto jackpot, $180,000.
Are you tired of being tired? Fighting the battle of the bulge? Take a breath of fresh air and embrace a new lease on life. Oxygen Fitness Center is here, located in the Camden Park Industrial Estate in the Green Building, next door to the government printery. Our range of fitness equipment and programs were carefully selected to meet your needs. Take a leap of faith today. Oxygen Fitness Center has the answers to your fitness needs. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram or call us at 457-8333.
Did you know that you can now conduct all your insurance business online with Century Insurance? Yes, Century Insurance announces their online insurance services. Save the hassle of going to their office to do insurance business. Clients can now have the option to pay their insurance through a personalized, secure online client account. Send and receive documents and sign documents electronically. If shopping for insurance, you can get quotations online for all our insurance products and services and complete the entire process online. You can also communicate with our friendly and courteous staff through our instant chat application. Visit our website right now, centuryinsurancevc.com, to get started, or call us at 456-2247 for more information. Get online and save time with Century Insurance Online.
Whatever you are celebrating, birthdays, anniversaries, engagements, retirement, or just celebrating life, the place to be is at Basil's Bar Kingstown. Established for over 38 years, we are open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with an exquisite ambiance. We have a set menu and 3 a la carte menus to choose from, and we are flexible to all requests. We go above and beyond to serve you. Basil's Bar Kingstown, where it's more than just a meal, it's an adventure. Call for reservations at 457-2713.
WeFM reminds and encourages the general public and users of the Kittles Beach to keep it clean at all times. Discard of all garbage properly. It is illegal to remove the sand from the beach. Let us keep the Kittles Beach and other beaches across St. Vincent and the Grenadines clean, so that you and I can enjoy it and marine life can survive. This is a message from BFM 99.9, the clean, fresh sound.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's a whole new world out there. Reaching new customers and getting products faster. That's what it's all about. Ocean freight rates are skyrocketing, so don't pay more for slower service. It's time to switch to faster, more reliable air cargo service with SkyMax Cargo. Up to 3 flights weekly to and from the USA, Puerto Rico, and the Caribbean islands. Providing excellent import, export, and e-commerce solutions to put you ahead of the competition. For special low rates on small packages and air cargo, contact SkyMax today. 784-456-5400. Local agents SwiftPack Interbrand Cargo. Call 784-456-5400 to book your shipments today.
Nothing else sounds as good as
WEFM, the clean, fresh sound.
All right, 6 minutes on to 9 o'clock. The next stop will be at 9 for the Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines rate and the National Lotteries play for last night. But while we wait that time span, let's say good morning to all those persons who follow us live over there. See that the persons are locked out. Send your thoughts at 457-9994, or you can give us a call and just respond to somebody. Somebody asked me via the text there a while ago, why I'm suggesting that I support the NDP of staying out. I made the point earlier that the Conservative would be at its best if the NDP were in Parliament. We have a call of commission. Let's take the call.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning, Kingsley, morning.
Morning.
Kingsley, member with NDP, one supporter. They say anybody say anything bad about the NDP should be get shot.
I remember that. I think they were talking politically.
Yeah?
Yes. I can remember that statement. Yes.
Yeah, and I don't find nothing wrong with Ralph Strong. When I watch Bino, Ralph is stronger than him. Ralph is stronger than Bino. Yeah. The President of America. You know?
Yeah.
Bino, what you call him, you mean? Nothing wrong with Ralph.
No.
You could stay until ever he ready for retire. He could run another term again.
But nobody can tell me to tell the Prime Minister to go when he decides that he's going. But he don't declare that he's going for 6 in a row, so we have to leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't tell him when to move. Nobody. I mean, good health. This way, they have no respect. What wrong to them? Especially the NDP, they walk out of Parliament having a stupidness. You know? They have no respect. That's how they want to run St. Vincent.
Different topic.
No way.
Yeah.
I did it for all my years, I with Labour Party for 40 something years, Kingsley, and you know that. Then a little boy I did in the Labour Party.
Yeah.
I never change.
Don't change. Stay right there.
All right, buddy.
I think you laugh in the background. Yeah, good morning to the people who are in my country. Yeah, okay, yeah. The chuckle in the background, they're like that. Yeah, send your thoughts at 45-799-94. It's 3 minutes before 9. You listen to RFM. Nobody has sung as good as we do. Okay, so that is why we are the Queen Fresh. So,
okay,
you have a WhatsApp there?
Yeah, let me read the WhatsApp comments. I'm gonna say good morning to Lennon. Good morning, Dansford. Sorry, we missed the call earlier. Good morning to Dale. Somebody says, good morning, guys. Question to Kingsley: who fixed the Wynwood and Leewood Highway?
Who fixed the Wynwood and Leewood Highway?
Yeah, when you were talking about the roads now.
Before the ULP came in, the NDP did not Leeward Highway, and just after the ULP won, they continued the fixing of the Leeward Highway. Okay, so both parties did what they had to do for roads, but we need to see more emphasis paid in the country road, the by road, and all them cross country road that we have in Simmons and the Granny. So fixing all the surface road around Simmons and the Granny is good, but Prime Minister in waiting, Kamala Gonsalves say is about the roads repair and reform. Okay, so let's go. Yeah.
There's another one.
I hope you pay attention to his constituency because the fair road like a greater. I train him tire every weekend. Yeah, go ahead.
And people busting tires, I don't think I can get a compensation. Anyways, good morning, Christal and Kingsley and the beautiful people of SVG. I think as soon as she stands, they should recognize she's standing and be quiet.
And that is why Christal said earlier, if they know and they all know the house show, once the honorable speaker is on her feet, every member should take their seat.
It should just go.
Bam.
Sit down on your seat.
Yeah.
Sit down.
So that is how privileged the speaker. She's the one who runs the house when the house is in process. And once she say, honorable members, I'm on my feet, no question should ask. But when you have this battering ram across the floor, you put her in a position where she just say, honorable Prime Minister, I'm naming you. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Daniel Montgomery, I go carry the house. Yeah.
So they were all in their feelings.
Yeah. Sad. It's really sad, eh? It's really sad to see how some people can't understand the politics of this thing.
All right, so we got a couple seconds until 9 o'clock. Before we head to the top, let Courts help you recover from the holidays and put a little bit of extra cash in your wallets. Beginning January 1st, you can save up to 30% off store-wide because we're going to give you great deals and pay your VAT. Now you can set those New Year's resolutions to help you get well, mind, body, and spirit. And now you can also love yourself a little bit more with a little extra money to buy that new furniture piece for your home, appliances for the kitchen, smart TV to watch that favorite show and Parliament, or gym equipment to help shed the Christmas pounds. Plus, if you pay with Courts Ready Finance, you pay nothing down and there's no payment for 30 days. This offer is available in store and online at shopcourts.com. Conditions apply. Courts, bringing value home. And from Edwin D. Lanes and Sons Limited, a huge clearance sale is on now at the Lanes department store. All reduced prices have been slashed even further. The management and staff take this opportunity to wish all our valued customers a happy new year. Lanes, your family store for value. It's now time to head to the top of the hour and bring to you at this time the ECCB bank rates. Brought to you compliments, Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Nothing else sounds as good as
WEFM, the clean, fresh sound.
Brick by brick, piece by piece, building with technology, helping wealth increase, starting small, building the future, doing more every day, doing more together. BOSVG, the bank we count on. BOSVG, Our one bank together we're strong. Our nation's bank, standing long and proud. One bank, one voice, sing it loud. BOSVG. Hey, building our future. Doing more together.
OSBG, doing more together.
Good morning, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Welcome back. You're listening to EFM 99.9, and it's now time for the ECCB Bank rates for today, Tuesday, January 17th, 2023. Brought to you compliments the Bank of St. Vincent. Rates in Eastern Caribbean dollars for key international and regional currencies. These rates will not apply to commercial banks transactions with the public. The Barbados dollar 1.35, the Canadian dollar 2.01282, Swiss franc 2.92097, euro 2.92073, pound sterling 3.29954, the United States dollar 2.70, and the Guyana dollar 0.01333. Thank you so much for listening, and thanks to the Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines for sponsoring.
Brick by brick, piece by piece, building with technology, helping wealth increase. Starting small, building the future, doing more every day, doing more together. BOSVG, the bank we count on. BOSVG. Our one bank together we're strong. Our nation's bank, standing long and proud. One bank, one voice, sing it loud. BOSVG. Hey, building our future. Doing more together.
OSBG, doing more together.
Thinking of winning the lotto jackpot? Well, there is an easy way. Combo Play. Choose 4 numbers from 1 to 36. That's a combo 4 at a cost of $64. Match any 4 of the 5 numbers and win the lotto jackpot. There's Combo 6, where you purchase 6 numbers for only $12. Match any 5 of the 6 lotto numbers and hit the jackpot. How about Combo 7? That's a purchase of 7 lotto numbers for $42. Match any 5 of the 7 numbers and you will win the jackpot. There are also Combo 3, Combo 8, and Combo 9 lotto plays. Visit the NLA headquarters in Pauls Avenue or WhatsApp 495-6886 for more details. Lotto, you have to be in it to win it.
Brought to you compliments the National Lotteries Authority. It's now time for the nightly 3D and play for draw results for Monday, January 16th, 2023. The results for the nightly 3D draw number 12878 are as follows. Big D 767, Mid D 624, Little D 772. The next draw is slated for midday Tuesday, January 17th, 2023. The result for the nightly play for draw number 3958 is as follows. 5853. The next draw is slated for midday Tuesday, January 17th, 2023. Thank you so much for listening, and thanks to the National Lotteries Authority for sponsoring.
Thinking of winning the lotto jackpot? Well, there is an easy way. Combo Play. Choose 4 numbers from 1 to 36. That's a combo 4 at a cost of $64. Match any 4 of the 5 numbers and win the lotto jackpot. There's Combo 6, where you purchase 6 numbers for only $12. Match any 5 of the 6 lotto numbers and hit the jackpot. How about Combo 7? That's a purchase of 7 lotto numbers for $42. Match any 5 of the 7 numbers and you will win the jackpot. There are also Combo 3, Combo 8, and Combo 9 lotto plays. Visit the NLA headquarters in Pauls Avenue or WhatsApp 495-6886 for more details. Lotto, you have to be in it to win it.
How we live? Hybrid life, living on the hybrid life. What you feeling? Hybrid life, every living on the hybrid life. End up on time we now watch phone bill. That's with the contract is a sure thing. How with the new floor plan name? Hybrid. If you don't know about it, then they better slide in. How we live? Hybrid life, living on the hybrid life. What you feeling? Hybrid life, every living on the hybrid life. Jump in at the hybrid life, living on the hybrid life. What you feeling? Hybrid life, every living on the hybrid life.
With Phone's new hybrid plan, postpaid and prepaid come together as one with no overages, no contract, no deposit, and no catch.
Hybrid!
Bundle up now and get 50 gigabytes of data and 2,000 anywhere minutes for only $55 per month, plus a discounted smartphone.
You see the new phone plan that Flo made? You could turn postpaid to prepaid.
G&D Gospel Power of Praise presents the first annual Gospel Concert, the 28th of January 2023, featuring out of the U.S., Gregory Olive, Brother Don, Shamel Russell, and Deacon Kwame.
And forever and ever, I'll get that.
From St. Vincent, the band Blessed, Minister Pearl McMaster, Nigel Joseph, with special performances by Minister Elsie Williams and DDA dancers. Tickets are just $30 and can be had from the Nightingale Bookshop in Middle Street, Paul's on Back Street, Phyllis working at Singer, and the Connection Shop in Camden Park. And there's going to be lots and lots of giveaways. It's all happening on the 28th of January at the Russell's Auditorium. Doors open at 5 p.m. Showtime 6 p.m. G&D Gospel Power of Praise presents the first annual Gospel Concert at the Russell's Auditorium.
99.9, the heart and soul of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We FM is SVG.
I know you want to know what we're here talking about off air. I asked Kingsley if he dances.
Yeah, I
Look at the dance. Y'all see the dance he just did it?
Look, I said, I want to ask you something on the air, though.
Okay.
Which one of the advertisements that we play here that you gravitate to? Is that some advertisement?
Bank of St. Vincent and Grenadines.
Bank of St. Vincent and Grenadines. I just like to sing to that one too.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just really catchy.
You know, Christal,
it is.
There, people advertise on radio to get their merchandise and their services.
Mm-hmm.
I am one of the persons who encourage people to stay true into the advertisement. You know why? It has some reason that keep you like the bank. I like that one.
There are two. There are two. I like.
And advertisement and the other like about WFM and its promo is the one that was done by Damien McNay. That kind of keep you and tells you what we offer. I'm not suggesting that the others is not there, you know, but this one piqued my attention. So I one of these days we're going to suggest something for people. Tell us which one of the advertisement that pique our interest. And if you will listen, we don't give you two answers right there. But
so there is a second one.
Yeah.
I really like Bank of St. Vincent and starting small, and then the woman comes back, starting small.
And then somebody trying to talk to you here.
And the other one is from Flo. Hybrid Life. That one is nice too.
Good
that
morning.
one catches me.
Good morning, Christal.
No
Good morning,
wonder why
Kingsley.
you're drawing my attention to say somebody. Good morning, Anita.
Anita, is Anita the Freitas horn or horn the Freitas? Which one? Which
You
one?
dance how you feel. The floor is yours.
What kind of polygamy kind of thing are they promoting here?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, Kingsley, you little bit short color this morning, but listen, I ain't going there. Too much dead horses to flog, right? I'll run out of wit. But I'll say one thing. I hear
What's a dead
better
horse?
crop. What you said, Christel?
What's a dead horse?
Me.
Yeah, I said too much dead horse, too much dead horse to flog. I'll run out of wit. So I'm going there this morning with him and politics. But what I may say, I hear better cut than a lot of them crew. You know where they end up in Pillow. just, just want to say
This
good
is so
morning.
suggestive.
And on a serious note, though, I don't know if you heard me this morning. One of your ardent listeners, Mrs. Jones, lost her husband over the weekend.
Really? Oh my
Yeah,
God! And I just was about to hail her up.
yeah.
Oh
I
my
tell you,
God! My
yeah,
sympathy.
yes.
I know.
I
God.
know them through my father, where that particular gentleman who had an accident with my father and decided that he was not going to accept. And when we see Mrs. Jones there, she just sat there and she just consumed everything. And from that, we became very good friends. I really extend my condolences to the Jones family out of
Yes, so
Stevens. Yes.
Kingsley give her my condolences
Definitely.
in person, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I know Mr. Horn, good morning, my darling. Thanks for the greetings. I don't get that very often, Mr. Horn. So it's a good thing people like you on air. All I just hear, Crystal, sometimes is I call you 3 times. Where have you been? Make you answer the phone. I just call you to see if you're alive. Boy, Crystal, but you know what you could do? Sometimes when you have them, you just have to keep them, right? You could do. No better they have John Shop.
Oh, say man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
So,
All
Mr.
right.
Hunt, I hope your grieving moments are coming to an end, but somebody has to be strong. And if it takes you, be strong, my friend. I'm still in Canada, sir. You would know when I'm in St. Vincent. I'd planned to be there for Christmas, but it didn't work out. I have something I'm dealing with, and I can't move until that is finished. And it's dragging its feet. Crystal, in these parts, when you're doing things, you have to be there to answer present, please. Or you're not there, it's gone in the recycle to recycle. So that's why I am still here. But as long as it takes, you will know. Yes, Kingsley. I just want to say morning to Mr. Sears, Lord. You broke my spirit
Jones.
with Mrs. Jones.
Yeah,
Kind of
yeah,
lost my
yeah,
thoughts there.
yeah.
And to Janet and Mary and everybody. I just wonder if you allow me your platform to deal with Mr. Weeks. Mr. Weeks, good morning, sir, and I hope you are listening to me. I don't know you, sir, but I always admire you as a real man. But 2 Sundays ago, the real man in you came out. Not yesterday Sunday as when we small, you would say, the week before, when you called in and there was like stuttering tongue. This song like Lansford. And you said, yes, it's Lansford. And you called the three gentlemen by name and you said, Happy New Year. And you said that you want them to know that you continue to follow the program and words to that effect that you don't hold grudges. So, and I was thrilled to the bone with your presentation. And what had me on bending knees when someone like Mr. Providence said that he was thinking about calling you out bef- before to shed some light on something he was talking. And I said, well, Anita, you wouldn't didn't go school. And if a man like Mr. Providence can look to you for clarification, I am humbled, sir. And just continue because Kingsley is there. When I didn't hear you like a couple of weeks on that same program, I asked him if he was sick. And he said to me, not to his knowing, because he would have known, but he would find out Then he came back to me and he said he heard you booming somewhere else. I said, sir, why you laughing? I said, sir, I want you, it is once a week, continue to bloom on the Clean Fresh song. Because if you boom elsewhere, Anita wouldn't hear you. Because I have two comments box, one stick on where it shines for you, and the other one juggle with VFM and the sound of the
NBC.
nation.
Yes.
So
Yes.
just bloom at least once a week here. You
Yes.
have an ardent listener in Anita. Every sentence that you speak, sir, I get an ace to keep. And then to top it off, this day before yesterday, Sunday, you had me on bending knees with your program again, because Mr. Providence agreed with you and also call you out to shed some light. So continue, sir. Don't let no naysayers keep you at bay. And I'll tell you this to you, sir, and to any wise person, wisdom wasn't meant to be kept by the wise man or the lady for themselves. Come, Lydia. Wisdom, that's my lady, come. Wisdom was meant to be shared. So continue to share your wisdom, sir. And like myself, finally, I always say that I let nobody who can't swim, who refuse to learn to swim, or who can swim and refuse to swim, keep me at bay. Each time I go out and I swim, I go a little further and I bring back something to show them that I am swimming and I go further each time. Sir, cheers to you, sir. Looking forward to meet you. You have an ardent listener. I'm in love with your voice and with your presentation. I told someone that I asked him if you were a teacher, and then he said to me, he don't know if you were before, but he told me that you are a PSW. Continue to share the wisdom, please.
You know,
Sir.
you know what I,
Just for
you know what I enjoy about Mr. Weeks? Sometimes he give you a little laugh, and the laugh says a lot. The laugh says a lot. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I know. You know, the man, he would start his presentation, Kingsley, no raised voice. I mean, it's just something about him, and I'm sure I'm not the only one because I had a lady, a Jamaican lady, and Jamaicans don't praise nobody but themselves. They would say, them first, second, third, and the fourth have a share. And she was listening to him on Sunday. You remember I asked you, Kingsley, if he was
Yes,
a,
yes.
that's when I asked if he was a teacher.
Yes.
Because she asked me, and I said, I don't know the man. And she said, but Miss Janet, you don't know the man. And somebody can even say she when he talking, and she got to listen to him. And we both started out to say, I would have liked. And then I said, what you were gonna say? She said, boy, me I tell him, me I like to be a spider pan for him wall in me own a web. And I said, I was gonna say I'd like to be a fly because just to see how he control his household, because I can see him just talking in that cool and calm way to his children. And you know, he doesn't raise his voice, but sort of commanding the way he come on. Kingsley, good morning. And you
Yes.
know, and then he just one pitch right through.
Yes.
You must listen to him and pay attention. Sir, again, cheers to you. May God bless you in every way. Kingsley, I'll talk to you later.
Yes.
Everything good?
Everything
You don't
all
have
right.
to spell it out. Just
Yeah,
answer.
yeah.
Everything good?
I tell Crystal about it this morning. Not so good, but she understand. Just even you understand.
All right then.
Okay.
Okay.
Talk to you
Well,
later.
okay. You keep.
Yeah.
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 Okay then.
Right.
You fall gently and have a productive. Crystal, you can't be good. Be careful. Bless and be blessed.
Okay.
Talk
Thank
to you
you.
soon.
Thank you so
Okay. Have a
much.
great one. You're very welcome, my dear.
All right. Same to you.
Yeah. 4579997, 4579994. You could send your thoughts and you could even give us a ring at 45784533389. I did the cell number, right? Did you sell, right? I did sell. It was right up there. 5329997. Okay. You have any WhatsApp coming in there?
Yes, WhatsApp comments coming in.
You can talk knowledge those persons also.
Of course, on the live. Yes. Politicians calling themselves or each other honorable is as honest as receiving an MBE medal. You're given a medal for a non-existing entity. Sounds important, but what does it mean?
Yes, I support those persons who question why we refer to parliamentarian across the board as honorable, and sometimes it's lacking. But it is what it is, and it is what we have to deal with the issue. But somebody asked me how if I give the European pass mark for the budget presentation. Yeah, well, I thought that the budget presentation by Kamala Gonsalves has a combination of thoughts on previous budget, but it was relatively presented, relatively good. When you listen to Kamala Gonsalves, whether you like him politically or not, he has the image of a leader. He presents his presentation with thought and wisdom. And it tells you that this is a good sign that we have somebody in the wings of the Europe that could take leadership to the next level. So you have to understand that. I talked to a guy.
He gets your nod of approval?
Yes, and also Mark Jack in Calico doesn't support Kamala Gonsalves, but he thinks that Kamala Gonsalves has the ability to make and become a good leader. And you have to understand that is who he is and that is what. But I tell you something, over the last couple of days, Christal, I don't know why they were going to the Grenadians, but they were at the airport. And to expect Kamala to be like his father is a big challenge. That Kamala Gonsalves was out there with his two children. He had one to his left, one to his right. He made the wrongs. People pointing out the fingers. He's saying hello there. Up comes his father. Oh, the whole airport focus on Prime Minister Gonsalves. He make a wrong. They were telling me playing ready. He talked to every single person.
Let me go leave him.
Yeah. I tell you. So if you listen to this radio station and you got married over the last couple of days, on behalf of management and staff, we wish you all the best in your marital bliss. Okay, whoever you are.
Somebody get married.
And you got married in the Grenadians. I hope that you enjoy your marriage.
The Grenadians wedding.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Anyways, I'm keep what's people.
Yeah.
Things I don't know here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not. Yes, that.
Well, you better look for a Grenadians type of guy to get married in the Grenadians. Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah, let's do that. I look for one. Who will you can take you down there?
No comment.
Yeah.
You don't need money to go to the Grenadians to get married.
I need someone to get. I'm not planning to get married anyhow. So anybody waiting me to get married, they're wasting the time. So I want you go ahead.
There's a comment on the WhatsApp,
Yeah.
right? Do you guys for one moment think that the opposition is a serious body?
But of course, the opposition is a serious party.
And of course, you will say that they are a serious party.
They've been in opposition for the last 20 years. Okay? And I'm suggesting to Lauren Friday, you need to get Ralph Gonsalves' job. You have to pay attention to Ralph Gonsalves. And any of the policies that the Europe have, you have to endorse them in your manifesto. Just like how board fans were saying yesterday, that the Europe have built, and it's a fact, built on the community college, which was built by the Sudanese administration. That is a fact.
So if you can't beat them, join them, cancel.
Yeah.
But you know what they're going to say? Like, well, it's best you vote for us.
Because
you are convincing your followers to vote for us.
Because Prime Minister Gonsalves and Kamala Gonsalves, he said they're going to build a acute referral hospital at the Egyptian terminal. Regardless of what you call it, they're going to build a new hospital at the NDP proposed. So the Farmville that they criticize is the same copy that they're going to build out there. A hospital needs to be built, regardless if it's the NDP proposed and the Europe continue it, and hospital need to be built. We need to see healthcare go from one stage to the other. Okay? Regardless to where you put it. See, we have the diagnosis center and the place in Georgetown. Come and see me to close to the volcano. The volcano blow and gone, the surface continuing. Okay? So that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just can't understand.
Remarkable though.
Yeah, but tell us something. Somebody asked for a pass mark for the European, they get one. Senator Peters, no, I don't. She was just bothering. I don't think that she was best. I don't think she was.
I mean, it was just a speech.
Yeah, it was just a speech. She just write us something and just figure it out.
Sorry about that caller. You can try again now.
And then we had it's easy to sit down and listen to Frederick Stevenson, Daniel at the same time. Oh, that's painstaking. Especially Mungami Daniel. Brewster. Oh, Brewster have a voice like a preacher. We have a caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Kingsley, and Happy New Year to you, my brother. I haven't seen or heard you for the New Year, so this is my opportunity to wish you all the best for this year. Health, wealth, and everything that's good, you know.
I want,
For 2020.
I want to paint a picture of Christal face when you say Happy New Year to me. So, but I will leave that for next time. But I listen to your presentation on mornings. I do listen to you, and I will say what you do on mornings is what I'm expecting you to do.
Oh Lord.
And that's fine. That's fine. Well, at least, you have expectation, which is good.
You're getting people with me.
But let me say this. Yes, I am. I'm getting paid. I have a job, and I do that job faithfully and well, which is much more than I can say to the people who you supposed to do come parliament and so on, but you support them anyway. So makes me wonder. But again, I'm listening to you, Kingsley, and boy, you know, I guess you're not sitting to pull me out. I just walk because the point that the Minister of Finance was making was since 2005, the ULP talked about building a hospital. The NDP, and it's in the manifesto, so you can go there and see it. The NDP presented a farm bill in 2010, 5 years later. But you're saying that it was NDP's idea. So let me backtrack. The ULP from 2005 talked about building a new hospital because of the challenges with Milton Cato. But even as they were talking about building a new hospital, they built two polyclinics, they did modern medical and so on, and talked about building a modern facility. Farm bill came 5 years later. But you're sitting in the studio in a reputable station called VFM and telling the Vincent public that the idea came from Farm Bill 5 years later. No. I don't know if anybody remembers Farm Bill, but this is a game that was played on Facebook. It was easy for you to look and see that the exact replica was taken and put in the manifesto. The exact replica with a helipad and so on. Now, you're saying you have designs for hospital, but I don't know where. I thought the designs were based on the location. But you're sitting there and telling people, you know, it was an NDP idea. But those who don't matter if the ULP took it. That's not true, Kingsley. And I challenge you more than once before I'll do it again. You need to stop it. The issue of the community college, the ULP never built on a community college. The ULP created a community college building on an A-level college. And let me explain to you the difference. Where Thomas Sanders is now used to be Richmond Hill School. It would be incorrect for anyone to say that they built a secondary school on a secondary school. It was a school, yes, but it was not a secondary school. It was a primary school. So the government built a secondary school where a primary school existed. You therefore cannot give the individuals who are the primary school there the credit for the secondary school that is there. The NDP moved the A-level college, which was advanced, from the annex close to Pismo, and they built an A-level college out at Villa. The idea, the concept, and the realization of a community college is not an NDP idea. It's a ULP idea. It's a ULP policy. It's a ULP program. And we just stop the nonsense. Where the NDP tries to steal credit. First of all, as I outlined this morning, Christal, after going through the stages of opportunism, they try to steal credit for the end result by saying, oh, you know, we started it. Look, the book loan scheme is the book loan scheme. The NDP started it. The ULP added some more money, expanded it, but it is the book loan scheme, the way it was. Then it's essentially where it is now. So it's the book loan scheme, right? There was a school feeding program. It is expanded now and so forth. Yes, now you get nutritious meals and so on. It's a lot different than it used to be. But yes, I remember that the school feeding program started by the NDP. And I'll give the credit where the credit belongs. But don't come tell me that because you built it was when he left office. And the ULP then came and made it a community college that the credit belongs to you because he built a building. No, boss man. And again, I challenge you to stop it. So if I am doing exactly what you expect of me now, which is call you out on the foolishness, then I'm glad you had the expectation. Because I'm not going to sit and allow you to get away with those kind of snide comments and those backhanded comments that, oh, you know, the ULP built on the community college. No, it didn't. No, it did not. There was an A-level college. The ULP is who is responsible for the community college we have now. There was a Richmond Hill Primary School. Because the next thing they went to say is, well, you know, Thomas Sanders was our idea because the school was there. No. Richmond Hill was there. We had Thomas Sanders now with the secondary school, which is a whole different thing. Whole different thing. You know?
Yeah.
But you keep swallowing that kind of propaganda for some reason. And then you come on the radio station and you spin it up and try to mince it up for people who are listening to you. Everybody, I mean, you know, I love you. Everybody. But I just have to get it tough love and call you out when you come with that line of thinking because it's misleading.
When you call me your buddy, I just got it because I can remember that from where I sit, I think the two best friends you have in St. Vincent is me and Kibak. I said that. You laugh. Let people want to know that. Let people want to know that.
No, I have said before, and I'll say, Kibak is my personal friend. We're not as interactive and so on.
Tell them again.
But he is someone I know personally, and I remember when Curtis talking and so on. I got say, Curtis, yeah, she's a personal friend. She's my absolute personal friend.
Definitely.
And we have look during the 2009 referendum period and so on. He and I would be in her car and we would argue from Kingston to a house, argue non-stop.
Yes.
But he's my friend.
Yeah.
He's my friend.
I remember my friend Glenn Jackson. He tell me when you can't beat them, join them. So I can't beat you, so I'm joining you.
No, I don't necessarily want you to join because I like the opportunity that you present.
So you don't want me to
bring clarity.
Yeah.
Right? You give me an opportunity to bring clarity to a number of issues that you misinterpret, that you misconstrue, and that you misrepresent. And so sometimes you may reflect, Kingsley, a perspective that some individuals may have, honestly and genuinely, because they talk to people, they meet you in the taxi stand, and you talk with them. And so when you come on a morning, the perspective you present may well be something that you and somebody had a discussion, and you're presenting that perspective, and it makes me realize that, hey, there are people out there who may not understand properly, thoroughly, some of the issues that are being discussed.
And that's where you comes in.
Clarity. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Let me clarify.
And I appreciate that.
Sure, I know you would, man. I know you would.
All right, Sian, thanks for calling.
Have a good day, buddy. Take it easy, man. All right.
Some of you will say, when I respond to Sian Marshall, they should ask Sian Marshall if you remember when the police used to be a part of the immigration. Now they're separate. You should ask Sian Marshall, what about the report? Did the government build on the report to build the airport? Yeah, you can respond at the right time. Yeah. So, but the part for you to think about when you meet him, ask him what Kingsley mean when he say you and Kibak is his best friend. He will tell you in so many words. You only know your friends when you're really down, eh? Yeah, okay. I'll leave it right there. 457-99-94. We have Christal wondering what that conversation was all about.
I am at a point now where I know better than to
understand. Yeah.
I'm just like,
oh, you're learning on the job, Christal.
Here's a moment
you have a WhatsApp
I
there?
just have to sit down and
you have a WhatsApp there?
Do what them guys were saying. Let's talk about the PM and Leacock only and not talk about the one that say cut out tongue.
You mean I'm not even going to go there, you know why?
What you say again?
Take the hacks and cut. When you talk about Senator Bruce. I am not supporting Senator Bruce in no way with his political career. I'm not going to pay dividend to him to justify what he said. That nonsense in Parliament. Yeah? He wants to be relevant, so he just going to say something stupid to relevant. I should not believe with that.
They have action,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
a bag of mouth.
Yeah.
It says you always hear the NDP parliamentarians talk about how others must not behave in parliament, and they
I
are
have a song that
always the
I
ones to misbehave.
want prefer what you name Scented Bush by but I will fit later. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's happening right here at 45799 97 45799 94. It's good to see that people are paying attention to us. Look at so much of them up there, and it's good to know that you're there. So Christal, Sian is really something else, you know.
No, I'll put up this comment here.
You have a comment there? What do you want me to say?
Well, a bit. So, good morning to El Kata, Aaron on the live, and Anne on the live too. Somebody's saying here, call them out, Sion. It's a new thing. They have now saying that it was their idea.
Yeah, but seriously, the college was built, the land was acquired and paid for. Dr. Thompson's father was a part of the opportunity study to get Marcus Demrek money. If Gonsalves and that ULP is developing the community college to where it is today, you must talk about the foundation. The foundation was laid by the NDP. So what are you going to fight up with Sian and Sian Tars just to justify what? Sian justify by position, by comment on it. That what we're seeing out there in the Villa, Calico area is a manifestation of the continuation of Ralph Gonsalves, continuing something that was started by the NDP. Airport development, an MMA report was done for where the Aga International Airport is currently as today. That report was used to get some sort of leeway to build the airport today. Somebody have to bid on what it is. The Coast Guard base was started. We see development over a period of time happening out there. So I don't understand why some people don't want to. I honestly shake up yesterday, and I think I heard Frankie, I think he's the surveyor, repeating the same things that Gonsalves said over the last 21 years. And because he was singing from a particular song sheet, Augustine followed allow him to just speak, reappraising what took place over the time. But some people believe that St. Vincent the Grenadine development only started when the ULP come into office. We seem to have a call, Christal. Good morning.
Good morning, Kingsley. Blessed New Year to you.
Oh, this is nice to hear your voice. How you doing? Yeah, how you doing?
And Miss Christal?
Good morning.
Yeah, keep polishing. Christal is a clear thing, you know. Clear in thinking, thoughts, and everything. Keep the crystal clear.
Thank you.
Yeah?
All right.
How is your...
Kingsley, you have a temperament, right? That I admire. You don't get vexed.
Yeah, I suppose.
I wonder if you should be a preacher or what. But you have a good temperament. And I will say it now. You're full of common sense. You may not have the heavy burden of having masters, PhDs, and what's not.
I might be like Sian Marshall. Yeah, okay.
They don't have it.
Yeah, okay.
But you're making these people rebuke you. You're full of common sense. Days of our weeks was one who tried to rebuke you, right?
Yes.
For saying something. Now this Sian Marshall talking nonsense. As you say, you have a foundation, you start from the foundation.
But of course, you have to start from the foundation.
Sometimes you're building a house and you just start the downstairs.
Yes.
And then sooner or later, you throw in my common finish the upstairs give you.
Definitely. And that's where
yes, it's the foundation you're talking about.
Foundation was laid by the NDP.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
So he's trying to say NDP, they did not do anything at all. We getting up. He's so fortunate you still have a job. Yeah, because it's all of them, they making our teeth edge.
Okay. All right then.
Yeah, Kingsley mustn't behave, so.
Okay.
Oh my God, and they're rebuking you. Why they rebuking you? And you ain't feel how?
Me not feel no way.
No feeling, but just use the common sense.
Yes, I agree with you.
Okay?
All right.
And have a beautiful day.
Yeah, thanks for calling from East Kingston as usual. One of our vibrant supporter. What is a vibrant supporter? What do you mean? For ULP or NDP? Oh, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Yeah. Okay, Sian? Yeah, right.
Another call is
Yeah.
coming.
Good morning.
Welcome back.
Yes, I'm going to have to, eh? Because
Oh, we have a field day this morning. Sion, you have 3
I'm going to have to
minutes.
call back because the last caller.
You recognize the voice, right?
No, I didn't, and I really don't care to recognize the voice. But there's this stuff, it's honesty, because the caller said I said the NDP did nothing at all. No, everybody who's listening, and I'm glad I'm making speech edge. I'm very glad. Is that you see, I laugh and Kingsley laughing, but you come into tell lies. The truth is, as I said, the NDP moved the A-level college, and I'm giving them all the credit for that. A-level college was at the building next to Peace Move.
Yeah.
They went and they built an A-level college out at Villa.
Yeah.
That is what was there. Now, Kingsley has the point I'm making, because maybe you misunderstood. And let me educate you some more, right? And I'm happy to have a job, happy, right? Let me say this, Kingsley, right? And it's not denying a foundation. That's not it at all. So, like using the same thing that you said, you built a downstairs, right? And you left it there. And your children came and they took the downstairs, they put in some shelves, they put in some counters, they put in a deep freeze, they stocked the shop. So I should say that the credit for the shop is you, that you started the shop, or you built it downstairs. Would it be wrong for me to say you built it downstairs, but the children built the shop?
Yes.
Right? So what I'm saying to you, I'm not denying the credit. I know I didn't go to advance because at the time when I left school in '91, there were limited spaces to go to advance. I think about 100 students a year because it was crammed. And so the NDP went and they built a school that was called the A-level or advanced college, advanced A-level.
Sian, Sian, before you go, there's a text coming in from one of your former teacher to give you an idea who she is. She says she is friendly with a former police officer. She says, tell her good morning.
Okay, thank you.
From the Grenadines.
Yes.
Right.
You know, so the point is that we give credit up, and we say that all the time. The NDP moved the A-level college from Kingston out to Annisville, and that was there. But the vision of a community college to where it is now, it is not correct for the NDP to say that they started the community college. They bought the compound that the community college is now on. But the community college is not just a building. It's an institution that offers certain things.
Yes.
And that institution that offers things like associate degrees and so on, and the way that the thing is done now with teachers and technical and so on, was not started, initiated, conceptualized by the NDP. It was not, and that is the point I'm making. I'm not denying, I'm not like the caller dishonestly proclaimed, saying that the NDP did nothing at all.
But
I would be dishonest.
I'm glad you called and put some clarity, because I was listening to both yesterday and you were giving the impression what taking place out there is NDP, and I agree with you.
No,
it's not NDP.
Up to 2001, up to 2001, Kingsley, what was going on out at Glen was advanced subjects.
Yes.
GSC advanced subjects. That's it.
Yes.
You know what took place under the ULP is because look, the community college is a legal footing. You know.
Yes.
It's a community college act. So what is out there? The legal entity that is the community college. Now, that didn't exist before the ULP. The act was done by the ULP, giving it a board of directors and so on, putting the structure in place and so on. That is a ULP thing.
Yes.
That is the point I'm making. Yes. Not that the NDP didn't do anything or didn't have a hand in ensuring that there was at least somewhere with space.
Yes.
That when this vision comes to take root, it needed space, it needed land.
And this,
that was already there.
And this clarity that you're giving us justify that your job should be continued. Your friend in East Kingston must be laughing, boy.
No, listen, right now she teeth are edge. When he open his mouth and let him breathe up on the teeth.
Yeah, Barry, man, when I buy a whole bag of Tams that time and I decided I ain't giving a soul lot. No, when I open my mouth,
and
all right, see you.
Oh my God, I'm about to Kingsley.
Yeah,
All right.
All right, thank you so much. Goodbye.
Well, that time is here. What I normally take to step to the rear, that was according to Randy D. And this one, you will always be my friend, and that's according to Glenn Jackson.
Give me another one.
And Hans King said, boy, don't call back here because you're backward. Hans King used to refer to me as being backward. But if you ask me who I love more between Hans King and Sia Marshall, the tie for first. How you going?
All right, we can't take any more calls. We can't take any more responses right now because we are behind time by 2 minutes. So thank you so much for joining us this morning. Thank you for Kingsley as well for stepping in every Tuesday morning. He'll be back on Friday morning, God's willing. And that was Activated Mornings for today, Tuesday, the 17th of January, 2023. Now, coming up tomorrow morning, we're going to be talking about basketball for the first part. And then for the second half of that morning, maybe a little rant. We'll see how it goes. All right. My name is Christal, and I'm signing out officially for today. All right. Thank you for joining us. Do have yourself a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. And if you see something, you suspect something, say something and speak up for those who cannot speak up for themselves. All right. See you tomorrow.